Hi and welcome to GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. This is my unboxing and initial thoughts on the Hobbyking Navy Cub. Well, I hope that's what it is anyway. This is a genuine unboxing, I haven't touched it, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so we had just a plain box, nothing on it, which I've got no problem with that at all, if it saves money. Looks really nicely packed, seems to have made it in one go, which is always a good thing. I'm in the UK and I got this from, it wasn't in the UK store, it was in the EU store, and I don't know where that is, but it only took 3 or 4 days to get here, so that's pretty good. Just start getting some bits out. Just going to give you my thoughts as we go along, and the first thing I notice is that the servos are installed, but the control linkages and rods aren't. So, but that's fine. Wow. The finish is really nice. Like, it feels like the paint is really thick on this. Happy with that so far. So that's the first wing panel. This wing panel is more exciting because it's got a big star on it. Again, lovely paint finish on these. I'm not really into scale, but I've got the Tundra and the Multiplex Fun Cub, and I thought, when I saw this, I thought, I'll get an actual cub. I've never really been keen on cubs, but this one, I just like the colour of it. I like the look of it. It all looks nicely done. See some rods. Let's get just all kinds of bits and bobs here. So there's quite a bit of work to do on this. Looking at the number of bits. Oh, nice wheels. Really nice wheels actually. All looks good. What's in here? Oh, that's the tail fin. Let's get that out. Again, it looks like a lot of the stickers, I don't know if they're separate stickers, but it all seems to be sort of, I don't know, yeah, I think they're stickers, but yeah, they're nicely done, nice tail. Obviously all the control surfaces are hinged, but you need to work them to, I'd like a bit more movement than that, but it's okay. Nice propeller, lovely propeller. This cost about £130 in the UK, delivered. Oh, this is the fun part. Oh, it's got some weight to it at the front, which is nice, means there's a decent motor in it. Now, the motor in the Tundra is really nice and powerful, and I think Hobbyking and Durafly and whoever are really, rather than just putting crap in these, they're really making some effort. Now that is gorgeous. It's got a dummy motor on it, and when I say a dummy motor, it's not just a block of polystyrene. It's got the like the air deflectors, little fake exhaust. Really nice. And as I suspected, that motor looks very similar to the one in the Tundra, a little bit smaller, but this is really nice. This canopy is lovely. And that's not plexiglass, that's like thick plastic. That's probably 1 mil, 1.5 mil plastic. It's not not flexible at all. That's beautiful. Nice little cut of seats, instrument panel, nice little space to sit a guy. Lovely paint job. There's obviously a hatch underneath here. Servos are in. That's interesting. One of my servos is not on, and there's a screw missing. But I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's missing at the moment. But it's weird that the rudder one is in and screwed in, and the elevator one isn't. But XT60. Oh, is that an XT60? Yeah, XT60 with a little doofer to run your FPV gear if you decide to put FPV in this. That's really nice. Let's just put that there. Really liking that. Right, that's the little hatch on the bottom. Let's just put that back for now. It's magnetic. The paint job is lovely. Oh, we've got some struts for the wings, nice. And horizontal stab. Let's just get that out as well. Again, beautiful paint finish on this. Not tons of movement. Oh, I suppose there is more than you think. Yes. Really nice. What else have we got here? Undercarriage, nice and simple. I like that. That's one of the things I didn't like about the Tundra, was the complicated undercarriage. I just didn't see the real point of it. Right, anything else stuck to it? So no instructions on how to put this together. I don't know if I'm supposed to have instructions or whether I've missed something. What's that else here? What's this? Not sure what that is. Yeah, definitely didn't get any instructions with it. Okay, so other than not knowing what that is, might be something to do with FPV, I don't know, but no idea what that is. And so other than that, no instructions, and one of the horns not being screwed on. I'm really liking this. First impressions, really good, and I love this scale engine. It looks beautiful. So what I'll do is I'll get it put together, if I can, without the instructions. And interesting build in that, or assembly, it's not really a build, in that there was no instructions. So I had to, I looked online and found instructions for just the standard yellow Piper Cub, but the instructions were terrible, and half the time the pictures I couldn't see what it actually was pointing to. Didn't quite go with this because of the parts, and I had trouble with the undercarriage, and I'm still not sure if I've used the undercarriage or got the undercarriage the right system, because it uses springs and things. I've done it how I think works, and it does work okay, but then I didn't have the right springs for the tail wheel, so I tried the springs that I sort of had left and ended up ripping the rudder off. So I had to rehinge the rudder, and I've done tape to tape either side. But then all the springs I tried didn't really work with the tail wheel, so I've used my own for that. What else was wrong? I'm going to go through all the bad points first. There was no domed spinner nut for the propeller. It's just a straight nut on there, which doesn't look very nice, and it just doesn't look finished. So I've put a little domed nut on there. One of the screws for the tail plane, for the vertical stabiliser here, didn't line up and didn't go in, so that's that. But I'd glued the tail on anyway. It says just 2 screws, but I'd glued it anyway, and I just poured some glue down that hole, so that wasn't ideal. Elevator didn't line up very well. The horn is too far over. It should have been further this way, so I had to put a crank in there. What else was bad aeroplane? Some of the screws just didn't exist. There was no way of securing your battery. Didn't even give you a piece of Velcro or anything. So there's lots of little things about it which were annoying. These strut things didn't fit in the holes. There was no screws for these, or if there were, they were about 1 inch too long. I'm still not sure if I've got this undercarriage right, but it does seem to work okay. It's not really, yeah, it's a bit springy. Oh yeah, the wing, I couldn't join the wing joiner was way too tight, and I ended up nearly crushing a wingtip trying to force it, so that was a bit of a nightmare. And that's about it. Oh, when I had finished it, I just popped the satellite receiver onto the back of the chair in the cab, and the chair fell out, which was a bit annoying. But other than that, pretty good. So that's pretty much all the bad stuff. The other thing, just to note, it's not a bad thing, but when you're building this, just be careful of knocks and things. It's very easy to mark this and knock it and dent it, especially when you're screwing things in and stuff like that. So just be careful of that. But on the plus side, it builds up into a really nice looking plane. Obviously, I haven't flown it yet. In the UK at the moment, we've got an Airstream going over us, and it's or some jet stream or something, and it's causing a bit too much wind, and it's very erratic, the weather at the moment. But once I've flown it, obviously I'll put a video up of the test flight and let you know how it goes. But I know roughly how Cubs fly. They're a bit funny. They don't fly like Watt 4s or anything, but they can be a bit quirky sometimes, Cubs. But this one looks pretty good. It's a fair weight. It's not light for a foamy. I'm going to try it on apparently I think it runs on a 3 or 4 cell. I'm not sure because I can't see the speed controller, but I suspect this will run on a 3 or 4 cell. So I'll try 3 cell to start with, and then pop a 4 cell in, see how we go. So yeah, I've gone for maximum throws on everything because there's not a lot of movement on this, and they're only small ailerons. And I'm expecting it to be sort of mildly aerobatic, but sort of this is the sort of plane for, touch and goes, one wheel touch and goes, side slip in, and things like that. So yeah, looking forward to it. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. Anyway, this is GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'll see you soon. Bye.